Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam. Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It's been an interesting morning already. Tech issues. The camera didn't want to work. Wi-Fi, for some reason, was in and out. I don't know if it's the weather. I have a flannel shirt on. Fall is here. We talked about seasonal affective disorder yesterday, but good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Java Cafe. I just want to let folks know it is Testimony Tuesday and might be kind of an interesting roller coaster today because I'm going to talk about a few things going on. First thing is we have to celebrate the Queen, Cheryl Lee Ralph, who got that Emmy last night. Shout out to her for that. We're going to look at that wonderful acceptance speech song she did. We're also going to talk about PNB Rock, who was killed in, I believe, LA yesterday. And Nicki Minaj got on Twitter and said something that, and I didn't even know that Black Twitter is in the process of eating her alive. I just looked at her thread. She has like a 14, 15 thread tweet she put out. And so I'm going to, for those that aren't on Twitter and haven't seen it, I'm going to read that and kind of get your thoughts about that. And the other thing is I'm going to talk a little bit about Boston politics and just the importance of getting things done with intention, but being aware of the repercussions and of some decisions you make. Do me a favor, as I'm getting ready to do right now, please go ahead and share this on Facebook and on Twitter, because I forgot to, because there was so much going on here in the background. And if you were with me last Thursday at Dudley Cafe, you know I get aggravated very easy. But let me share this real quick. I'm going to go in the Java Cafe in a second and see who's in the room. But let me just get this over to my personal page. Today is Testimony Tuesday, and so we're going to talk about Cheryl Lee Ralph's test. Listen, y'all, we're 35 people away from 1,900 followers. Very interesting. All right, let me hit the share button. Thank you all. I see a couple of shares in there. Let's get it up to 10. I see 4. Let's get that up to 10. All right, so let me start with PNB Rock. So we kind of end on a positive note with Cheryl Lee Ralph. I got to spend some time with Tyrone Chase yesterday, an AV person. So I'm paying more attention to like my levels and stuff. But so PNB Rock, supposedly, and I'm going to go to the story as reported on CNN. Rapper PNB Rock was fatally shot during a robbery in Los Angeles Monday. The Los Angeles Times reported police responded to a possible robbery at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles on West Manchester Avenue at 1:15 p.m., where they found a victim with multiple gunshot wounds. Los Angeles Police Department Captain Kelly Muniz said during a press conference. The Los Angeles Times reports that law enforcement sources say the victim is PNB Rock. The LAPD has not yet named the victim. It was all over Twitter. And I know we can't always believe that, but this has been verified. During the incident, at least one suspect approached the victim and a female witness inside the restaurant while they were eating and demanded property. Mooney said she was unable to say what type of properties the suspect demanded. So I'm going to stop right there and just, based on some things I've seen on social media, he posted that where he was, and his last post on Twitter. included him wearing his jewels, his chains. And so, you know, a couple of things that I found interesting. First of all, love, prayers, and respect to the family, to the woman that was with him and all that knew him in the industry and things like that. That's first and foremost. And you know, actually, there are three things that I've seen trending. One is there's a picture of him, and if Props is on, I'm sure he's going to have an opinion about this. There's a picture of him. And I got to go back and say good morning to everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just all discombobulated this morning. But there's a picture of him on social media with this star ring. And there have been a lot of conspiracy theories around rappers that have been killed that wear this star ring. Props and I have talked about it before. I'm going to get to the comments in a minute. Let me hide these comments, Jesus. Tashad, yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second. So there's that piece that's very minimal for me. Again, Props and I have talked about it. You know, this thing where supposedly rappers that wear this star jeweled ring have been killed. The other thing that I saw, Carrie Mays posted this, and a couple of folks on Twitter were asking the same question. You got to look at these stars, sort of record deals. I seen a whole thread going down around some producer or record label owner. They have insurance policies on their artists, and there's at least 4 pictures of this producer with dead recording artists. So I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. So there's that conspiracy theory as well, and that has been presumed around Prince. There was a little bit of that chatter around Michael Jackson, and somebody else that actually had just got the rights to their music. Yeah, Props. I was talking about, yeah, I'm not picking a side either way. And so I wondered if you would comment about that. So yeah, you remember we had a conversation about this some months ago that, you know, jewelry, we would talk about jewelry design or something. And someone sent me a picture of the star rings and rappers that have been killed, that there are images on the internet of them with this star ring on. Coincidence? I don't know, but I'm just mentioning some of the things I've noticed on social media in reference to this young man's death. The unfortunate thing is, in scrolling on social media, I seen some of the footage, and the couple of seconds I see kind of that thing before you can unsee. And yeah, it just is terrible. Him, Nipsey, others. And so that's one of the points that came out. The final thing, or one of the trends on social media, let me frame that properly. So the other thing is, Black Twitter is all over Nicki Minaj. And to go to your point, Tashad, you say it a little bit differently, and she didn't put it as with sensitivity as you just did with the sort of preface. And so what Nicki Minaj said yesterday, after Pop Smoke, there's no way we as rappers or our loved ones are still posting locations on our whereabouts to show some waffles and fried chicken. Now, I paused when I first read that this morning. I'm like, and I paused. I wasn't aware of what's going on. And so the rest of the tweet says, he was such a pleasure to work with. Condolences to his mom and family. This makes me feel so sick. Jesus, sleep in peace, PNB Rock. So I paused. I was like, what is this? You know, why? Because it almost like she was saying to him as if she could talk to him, yo, you got killed because you was posting waffles and chicken. Like that, as Tashad said, not to be victim blaming, and she's not saying that, but a nature of the time. So let me go back a little bit, see who's in the room, say good morning. We're also going to talk about Cheryl Lee Ralph, but let's go and catch up. Props is in that. I know this was from the beginning, because I'm sure there's some more comments in here about what I was talking about. Mama Java, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Dow Drumright, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Sharon Cornelius, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Make sure you register, Sharon. I'm going to announce that in a few minutes for Thursday's event. Prop said he's on his best behavior. Again, these comments are before I started talking about the star ring and stuff. Opal, good morning. Good to see you in the room. My sister Nikki, Good to see you in the room. Folks, please remember to keep the Winston and Washington side of the family in your prayers. There's so much that we've endured. Please continue to keep them in prayers. And Nikki, next time you post a picture that I took, take that little camera icon and tag your brother and say photo credits. I love you, sis. Tashad, good morning again. Good to see you in the room. Rena, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Sister Debbie, good morning to you. Good to see you. So to Tashad's point, I'm going to go back to after I say good morning to everyone. Teresa, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Stan, my brother, good to see you in the room. Also, Asia, good morning. Good morning. Wi-Fi popping. Wait a minute, you're watching them. You're in the air. All right, folks. Java with Jimmy has hit the Mile High Club. Anyway, good morning to you, Asia. And then hopefully you'll have good Wi-Fi when you get there. Props. So yeah, I'm not promoting this conspiracy theory. I'm just saying that that's one of the things that I've seen, and you and I have talked about it before. Now it's come up again in reference to his death. Teresa is responding to my point about, again, social media. Let's keep that in mind. That, you know, this producer or record label owner looks a little suspect. Pictures of him. These people have died. It was like 3 or 4 of them. So, and y'all know, I don't know all the names of these folks. PB and Rock, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you in a minute why he's on my radar. The star ring is a basic. I know that, bro. As a flashy male rapper, are they supposed to wear hearts? Props. I laughed at that because I know Props. I'm not laughing at anything in this situation at all. At all. Heidi, good morning. Good to see you in the room. All right. Asia, listen. Well, I don't know what that's in reference to, Asia, but let me know what's your in-flight self. I thought his date posted the pic and then deleted it, but still big mistake. But we can't go on. Nikki said, hey, everybody, my sister is in the room. Dina, do me a favor, just post some hearts and praying hands and just send some support and love her way. Just do me a favor and do that. We can't give her hugs, but in a virtual space, just do me a favor and do that. She knows why. Nikki is saying, you know, I thought about that this morning. I'm still learning. Whatever, Nikki. All right. Props, final point on the ring things. Look at all of the rappers that have passed. A portion have owned star-shaped rings. I mean, they have, but, and as he said, it's a portion. So last on that point, I would really like to, I popped in on the Emmys last night just for a few moments. And I'm glad I did. I am so glad I did. I saw a few things. Keenan was funny. You could tell he was a little bit nervous, but he's been in the industry for 30 years from back way and all of that and all his time on SNL. And so it was dope to see him as the host. But there was a moment last night that I think Black America stood up, chest stuck out, and was very, 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 very proud. In case you didn't see it, I'm going to show it to you now. We'll be right back with you.
You just open it. Okay, here we go. And the Emmy goes to Cheryl Lee Ralph.
I hope they don't cut me off with this background music, Jesus. Yes, Props, we're taking in the whole moment, bruh.
I am an endangered species, but I sing no victim song. I am a woman, I am an artist, and I know where my voice belongs.
Thank you, Jesus. Y'all know y'all felt that.
To anyone who has ever had a dream and thought your dream wouldn't, couldn't come true, I am here to tell you that this is what believing looks like. This is what striving looks like. And don't you ever give up on you, because if you get a Quinta Brunson in your corner, if you get a husband like mine in your corner, if you get children like mine in your corner, and if you've got friends like everybody who voted for me, cheered for me, loved me, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oops. Now let me tell y'all something. Somebody needed at the end of that thing, or somebody's going to, you know they are. And I wish I had a musician here, because I'd give them a little dollar to put a track behind that and then play some shouting music at the end. Congratulations to Cheryl Lee Ralph. It's interesting because there's 1.5 connections that I know, a couple of brothers that are directly connected to her. One makes her CMOS, where I got some from here in Boston. The other one is Spencer Collins, who's a writer, director, and actor, and they're, friendly and whatnot. So I so wanted to tag them last night and tell them congratulations, because I know they were celebrating for her. But that was definitely that opening song, that soul cry, that cry of many Black actresses and producers and writers and boom operators and all of them that are fighting in that industry. She's been in the industry since the 80s. And I believe CNN reported that it was the first time, no, it was NBC. It was the first time that she was even invited. First time invited, first time nominated, and won. Dope. Congratulations to her. Only if you know props. You got to understand. Soul Cry. Listen, that's what that thing was. I don't even know if that was a and all the experts and musical folks don't get me, but I don't even know if that was a what do you call it? Negro spiritual. I think that came from her and from her soul. I may be wrong, but shout out to her for that. I want to go back. And I want us to kind of, because I listened to her words at the end. And if you really unpack them, there's a message. There's a few messages in there. So let me see. Song over, and she starts talking. All right, song over. Let's bring this back. Take the track back. And I want you to listen closely to what she says. What she's saying was dope. But what she says, I don't know if it's doper, but listen real good here.
To anyone who has ever had a dream and thought your dream wouldn't, couldn't come true, I am here to tell you that this is what believing looks like. This is what striving looks like. And don't you ever give up on you, because if you get a Brunson in your corner, if you get a husband like mine in your corner, if you get children like mine in your corner, and if you've got friends like everybody who voted for me, cheered for me, loved me, thank you, thank you.
Now, do me a favor and let me know what you got out of that. I'll wait. Stan, she was definitely preaching. Dina, you better take that thing. I'll send you the video later. And put that thing on repeat. Anyway. Props. As controversial as I know you're trying to be, you listen. Anyway, I got to tell you something. I want to tell it on camera so bad, but I'm not. But something happened with one of the video guys last night, and I thought about you, and I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to get him. So she talked about friends, and she talked about support, and she talked about one of the things that stood out was when she said, those that voted for me, she does not know. And so one of the things that I often find interesting is sometimes when out in the community, I go to say, hey, my name, hey, we know who you are. And then I turn about as red as the shirt. You never know who's watching. And that's not always people frame that to try to alarm people and say, be careful. And you should walk circumspect. But you never know who's watching, and you're encouraging. And that is rooting for you. And so all the stuff about the dreams and not giving up and persevering, those are things we hear often, especially in here. But what really stood out to me was the what's the word I'm looking for? The alluding to that there were those that she don't even know that is out there rooting for her and voting for her. She named the spouse, she named the children and community and friends around her. That's important too. And so that might be a good segue into we'll end on a little Boston Poly stuff. And it's not even Boston Poly. It's in general, but something to do with Boston Poly caused me to think about this. In politics, it's often said there's no such thing as permanent enemies and permanent friends. They're friends then. Anyway, words matter, but it's the same. It behooves us that in business dealings, in politics, and in activism, and in a lot of stuff we do, to ensure that we are very careful with whom we align. Discern their motive. Discern if they're using you. Discern if they're using it for a photo op. Discern if they are a part of a system that constantly fights us, perpetuates supremacy, and those associated with that have the unmitigated gall to assault women. So, generally speaking, prompted by something I seen in reference to Boston politics, be careful with whom you align in your activism and in your advocacy. And I'll leave that there. Oh God, I seen something about Red Bull. Whatever, ain't nobody you going to do that on your own platform. Won't be up on here, brother. Because Teresa, this is why you always have to carry yourself with dignity and respect, because you never know who's watching and why. Oh my God, you did not. Was that on purpose? Sounding like Medea watching. Yes, you never know. Oh, y'all went in on that. Encouraging and empowering. Props being props. As always, Auntie Java. Most folks watch you don't even rock with you. Figuratively? And literally. You better come on here, Indian Girl the Shields. Okay. I need to get some announcements before you all. First one is that this Thursday night, we are going back to Dudley Cafe for a live recording for Your Healthy Java. Thursday kicks off Hispanic Heritage Month. And so along with targeting Black and Brown people in the Black and Brown community that MGH Office of Equity and Community Health is doing, they're also focusing in the Latino I personally am more comfortable with Latino, but in the Latino Hispanic community. And we're going to talk about that work. We're going to talk about similarities. We're going to talk about disparities. We're going to talk about how we also advocate together. And we're going to eat. It's Hispanic Heritage Month. And so I'm working with a more Indian cuisine vendor that I'm trying to make sure they have, Spanish food, Latino food. And so no tacos, because I believe those come from a Mexican origin. So we're going to have food there, but this is what you have to do in order to attend. You need to go, and this is case sensitive, to lowercase jwj.info/YHJ 91522. jwj.info/YHJ 91522. Our panelists will feature Gladys Pankus. I'm trying to read this while this thing is small on my screen. Efren Flores and Karine Davila. They work similar to Dr. Betancourt. I believe Efren and Gladys work with is either El Mundo or Telemundo, and Karine works with Dr. Alabre in sort of the community health space. And so this is where you need to go to register for this event. Sharon and I don't know who else is in here. Sharon and a couple other folks were at the last one, and oh yeah, I didn't see all his speech, Quincy. I'm going to get to that, but he was dressed. So Sharon and a couple of other folks were there, and we had some technical difficulties. Oh my goodness. I was heated. I basically told folks this is going to turn into a social hour. I ain't doing no job of nothing. But we wound up hearing from Naisha Deed, and it was a great presentation, but the sound on it, I really couldn't share it with you all because the sound was not that well. So we're doing that again this Thursday. Let me jump back into Quincy. Gerard Carmichael made history last night. Negro, I was giving Cheryl her props. I think I saw that while I was giving her hers then, and now we can give Gerard Carmichael his. And I didn't hear the whole speech, and his cadence is very interesting at times when he's not in a character. And so I was trying to kind of read him. I think he was taken in the moment, but when I tell you that white, I don't know if it was mink or what, faux fur or whatever, but he was dressed. He looked good. He looked good. Had the little diamonds popping and the coat, but I didn't get to hear his whole speech last night. I believe I did hear something where he referenced to sharing something about his story. Also, what's her name? Lizzo. She talked about stories last night as well, from the things she did with what she called the big girls. So shout out to him for doing that. And there was somebody else you mentioned, Quincy, earlier. Definitely. I think I showed that. Okay. Wow, that was from, never mind. Okay. So it's not the food it's not the food specialty. I like the ambiance of that place. So, and plus I already had it booked, and we kind of, anyway, we collaborate around what we're doing sometimes on the event. So Coleman Domingo, what did he do? Quincy, share that there, and then I'm going to get ready to wrap. Is it 10 o'clock? I'm going to get ready to wrap up. Hold on, y'all. Yes, no, 10:30. Well, anyway, I'm going to get ready to wrap up in a few minutes. What did he do? I know who he is. I know I got a sense of his demographic, but what did Coleman Domingo do? Forgive me for not knowing who he is. I need to do better around pop culture. Thank you. So let's celebrate Coleman Domingo, another Black gay man who got an Emmy for guest actor on a series. Quincy, did I put that together well? Thank you for your 3 comments. Shut up, props. Anyway, that is it for me today. Don't forget, this Thursday, go and register. Let me just go see what the registration looks like. I got a couple of emails yesterday. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. There's quite a few seats still available. So go ahead and register and plan to come and see us on Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Also, please don't forget October 1st. We're doing the first Your Healthy Job, a health fair. The more I talk to people, I think it's going to wind up being the Your Healthy Java Health and Wellness Fair. It's going to take place at 12th Baptist Church on Saturday, October 1st at 10 a.m. Let me back up a little bit. I asked the New England, the folks that booked me for the New England Aquarium tomorrow, I asked for the flyer. I haven't got it yet. And so as soon as I get I know I'm on at 5:45. You know where the New England Aquarium is. If you want to come, I'm on at 5:45. And so I haven't got the flyer yet. But don't forget also Friday, I'm a part of the Boston Chamber of Commerce, Fierce Urgency of Now, Coalition for Resilient and Inclusive Waterfront or Equitable Waterfront. They're doing a panel around equity and diversity and what that really means and looks like. It's sort of a spillover and a little bit of a continuation of what we did at the ICA. And so that's going to be on Friday at I think 11:30. So that's going to be like midday on Friday afternoon. I'll put it up. I think, did they give me the flyer? I'll put that up on the page as well. Christopher Worrell, Black man, let me congratulate you. You and everybody else know you weren't my candidate, but congratulations to you, Chris. You better do well there. You said there's a precedent set by former state representative Liz Miranda, and we've talked. So you got one Worrell in the State House and one Worrell at City Hall, and you got James Hills right here in the Java Cafe. And so we're going to look for great things from you, and we're going to look for you as one of the Black folks in the House of Representatives here in the state of Massachusetts to represent that district and the principles, values, and the policies that need to be created to ensure that there is an improved, equitable quality of life. Congratulations to you, sir. Strength to you, because you're going to need it up in there. Woo, that almost made me think of something else, and I don't want to correlate this to Brother Chris Worrell, so I'm going to skip it or talk about something else and come back to it. But, yeah. So I'm going to get ready to get off of here. And you all have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow, actually, the Waterfront Wellness folks are going to be with us for Waterfront Wellness Wednesdays. They'll be with us tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I think that's it for me for announcements. Props, did I miss anything? Oh, God. I don't know. They don't need to hire you. I want to keep my no. If you listen on Real Talk, now, how can I say this? Props is a graphics, just sort of digital interactive media guru. And if now see, I didn't. Am I making reference or no? I can make reference, but I don't know if we want to hold it yet. I mean, I don't know if we want to hold it or, you know, dude, why are you setting me up? I know this is organic space, but Jesus Lord. Enjoy your day and many continued blessings. Nicole, thank you so much. I don't think I said good morning to you earlier, but good to see you in the room. Props, can you give me some indication of how lost we're going, or are we just going to leave the people lost? This is so stupid. All right. No links. Okay, so just keep your eyes open for Lost from this incredible digital interactive guru. Look at, oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. Here go Mama Java. Heidi, don't be confused. You're a little lost. Don't say you're confused. You're a little lost right now, aren't you? And I'll say that Heidi can attest to the fact that Props helped her find her way after she was lost. Am I right, Heidi? I'm speaking in all type of code. But just where's Heidi at? Heidi, excuse me. You can't be confused anymore because excuse me. Actually, Quincy's in here. Let me get some water instead of drinking coffee. Heidi, when I bought it home, now you understand what I'm saying, that he helped you find your way. So just keep your eyes out for Lost. Go to Instagram and look up oh God, y'all don't got me up here sweating, laughing. Just go to let me make sure I give you the right Instagram. I'm actually going to type it out so you all can go follow it. So that way, you know, you won't be lost no more. Seek and ye shall find. Thank you, Jesus. All right, let me get in here. That's what the heck. This is how I get in trouble, because you open up the phone to go do something and then you open it up and then something else is there and you get distracted. Okay. So here's what I need you all to do. Go to Instagram after you get off of Java with Jimmy, and go follow Lost Interactive, right? This is an ask of our Java fam, charter members, new members. Go and follow Lost Interactive. I want props to be like, yo, you know, not saying that, you know, whatever, but, you know, the follows kind of went up, you know, after we did that on Tuesday mornings. So, no, I ain't saying thank you, but like, go looking out. All right. I'm bringing myself black joy this morning. Oh, you'll be good, Heidi. It's always good to laugh. Lord Jesus, it is dry in here. This weather. Anyway, I'm getting ready to go. Y'all have a great day. And we will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. with the Waterfront Wellness Coalition. All right. Don't forget October 1st. Don't forget to go and register for Thursday evening. I need to see you in the building. And you all need to let me know if your Healthy Java is making a difference. Indicate that. Send an email. Put it in the comments when you're on. A survey will be coming out soon. All right, folks, we will see you. Good night. Good night, Heidi. Lord have mercy. Have a good day, Heidi. It looks like it's night, but all this, but you know what? This is a day to lock in and try to get some things done. Nikki, love you. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Have a great day, everybody. And again, I don't take for granted that you all come in. As that meme says, sometimes the 12 people, I'm on my way to the store. Y'all want something? But I appreciate y'all because you don't have to be here. So I appreciate it. Peace, everybody.